Hello there and welcome to the Bicycle Diaries. You join me on a very cold and windy Saturday morning, and the plan today is to do my first 100-kilometer ride of 2020. I'm meeting up with some of my cycling club mates, and one of them has got a route all planned out for us, and yeah, we're going to ride 100 kilometers. Well, that's the first 6 minutes and 1.5 kilometers of this ride, and I'm at the meeting point. They should be here fairly soon. The plan today is to ride from here in Horndean up to Harting, Liss, Liphook, Alton, Lasham, and then Alresford, back up over Old Winchester Hill, and then back home. It's going to be quite a hilly ride. This part of Hampshire is quite hilly, and I must admit I'm a little bit intimidated by thinking that I've got the climb of Old Winchester Hill coming up in the last 25 kilometers or so. Let's see how I do. Today I'm riding with Kathy, Helly, Des and Andy. They're all very experienced cyclists. I've known them for years and it should be a lot of fun, although Kathy's just told me that today's route is closer to 75 miles, and that's going to work out to about 115 kilometers. Ooh, that's rather scary. First of many climbs today. That's us going up Bevis's Thumb, so I'm just kind of pacing myself and trying to leave a little bit of energy in the legs for what's to come. The weather today is actually pretty cold, 9 degrees Celsius, with a very strong northeasterly wind, bringing it down to about 5 degrees. It's also making this outward leg pretty tough because we're riding straight into it. Bit of a shock from the beginning of the week. I was out in short kit. Second climb of the day, Harting Hill. Pardon? Oh yeah, you rode up that, didn't you? Yeah. And he's just saying he's already done Portsdown Hill today. Obviously I know this climb very well, so I know how to pace myself, and 9 times out of 10 there's usually a tailwind going up here, but of course today it's going to be a headwind. Well, that's the top of Harting. Normally I would just turn around on myself and ride back down again, but we're pushing on and going down the terrifying descent of Short Harting into the village of Harting. We're riding right in the heart of the South Downs now. This is officially an area of outstanding natural beauty, and yeah, you can see it. I'm a little bit off my map though. I know the area to like Harting, but once we're off this map and between here and Midhurst, then I'm a bit lost. Looks like Kathy's peeled off. Normally I'm the slowest person in this group, but I noticed that Kathy was sort of hanging off the back a little bit. She's feeling a bit tired, so she's heading off home. She's still got quite a ride back, so now it's just the four of us. We're just riding through some of the tight little hangers between Midhurst and Liphook, and officially I should know these roads because once upon a time I used to live in Liphook. We're only about 6 or 7 kilometers away, but I don't think I've ever ridden along these roads in my life or even been down them in a car. It's fascinating what you can find when you're on a bike. I don't know if you can see that sign, but it says 25% climb. Fortunately, we are not climbing that today. One of the big climbs of the day, Hollycombe Hill, just outside of Liphook. Yeah. I'm just going to chug my way up here. Haven't been up this way for years. Last time I climbed it, I was actually doing a time trial, would you believe? Last little bit now, that bit where I've just climbed up, really tough, maxed out at 15%. Quick little refreshment stop in Liphook, 35 kilometers, yeah. That one there. That's Hollywood legend Boris Karloff's house. The more eagle-eyed of you may have noticed that we've lost Andy now as well. He's headed on back to Portsmouth. He's meeting up some of his chums this afternoon. Halfway around now, and we're just heading to the village of Hollybourne near Alton, and from there we're going to start climbing up to Lasham and then back home, and hopefully we'll have the wind behind us. Feeling pretty good at the moment, but we've still got quite a long way to go.
I got in a crouched position then.
Did you?
Catch up with you two coming down that hill. That car must have thought I was in my little bullet position.
Another really tough climb now, out of Hollybourne, up to the top here, and then hopefully we should have the wind behind us. Goodness me, that was tough. Never ridden up there in my life. 15, 17, 20%. I thought I was going to get off and walk at some point, but no, made it all the way up without walking. Toughie.
Still windy.
How was that, Ellie?
Yeah, I thought about getting off a couple of times. But yeah, keep going. Actually, in actual fact, there was a break in the middle, just where you needed it most. So yeah, it was good.
Just riding through the little back lanes around Medstead now, definitely on the return leg. The wind still isn't quite with us. I'm hoping it's going to turn at some point, but the terrain now is slightly undulating, with the emphasis more on the downhill rather than the climbing, and that's very welcome. Lovely bit of descending now, opportunity for a bit of a rest, but these roads are a little bit deceptive because you'll come across a bit and you'll think, oh, why is this hard? And you look down at your cycling computer and you're going up a 5% descent, 5% climb, and that's why it's hard. Okay, the party's over now, and this is where the climbing starts again. Just going through Gundleton, we'll be heading into Alsford, and then up the Cheriton climb, and then Old Winchester Hill, and then home.
How far have we gone so far?
We have ridden 87 kilometers, I think. Just going up the penultimate climb now, from Kilmerston up to the top of Wheelie Down, and this is quite a toughie as well. But once we get there, it's across the ridge, down Wheelie Down, up Old Winchester Hill, and then I'm home practically. Woo! Oh,
All right.
yeah. Oh. Here we go, this is Old Winchester Hill. This is tough at the best of times, but especially so today with 90 kilometers already in my legs. I'm just going to take it nice and easy because although I'm still feeling good, I am tired now. So how was Old Winchester Hill then, Ellie?
Actually, not as bad as I thought it was going to be.
Bottom bit, isn't it?
It's just that first bit. But I just had a mindset, that's it. That's focusing on getting over this, and then I'll be alright.
Before you get to that railway bridge.
Yeah.
Now, boys and girls, is Old Winchester Hill, and yeah, my last climb of the day. From here I just ride along this ridge. It's always windy, and then it's dropped down into Clanfield, and then I'm home and a nice cup of tea. Would you believe it? It's been dull and overcast all day, and here we are in the last 10 k's of the ride, and the sun's come out. And then there was one. So Des and Helly peeled off at the top of Mercury there. I think Helly parked her car in Denmead, and Des was cycling on back to Portsmouth, so that was the logical place for them to peel off and complete their rides. I'm just on the last 6 kilometers of my ride now, and I've got 105 kilometers on the clock. So let's go back and have a look at the numbers, have a look at the route, and think about next week. By the time I'd got home, I had ridden 110 kilometers and I'd climbed about 1500 meters. The wind didn't let up all day, and I really struggled to get warm on that. When I looked at the ride data on Strava, it was saying that the temperature was officially 9 degrees Celsius, but with the wind chill factor it felt more like 1 degree, and I can certainly vouch that that was the case. All in all though, it was a fantastic ride, and it was really good to catch up with my cycling chums. Unlike many of the other times when I've ridden my first long ride of the year, I was tired, but I didn't feel absolutely exhausted by the end of it. I was certainly very glad that I didn't have another long climb to do. So this brings this week's totals to: I've ridden 293 kilometers, I've got 14 hours of seat time, and I've climbed 2,851 meters, bringing the year's total to: I've cycled 1,572 kilometers, I've got 70 hours of seat time, and I've climbed 14,839 meters. I honestly can't remember the last time I rode in a group that was more than just me and one other person. If you're wondering how we were able to do that on Saturday, it's because although we are still officially in lockdown here in the UK, some of the rules were changed on the 29th of March that allowed groups of up to 6 people to ride together. And it was really good catching up with everybody, and I'd forgotten just how good it was riding in a slightly larger group. The rules are due to change again fairly soon, that will allow groups of up to 30 people to ride together once again. And once we're able to do that, I do plan on announcing a jolly good velo meetup, so stay tuned for more details about that. The weather next week is not looking good at all, and it seems like we're back to winter again. It's forecasting some pretty cold conditions, which is in real contrast to the sunny and warm weather that we had last week, but hopefully I'll still be able to get some rides in. So a big thank you to Des for organising Saturday's ride, and a big thank you as well to Kathy, Helly and Andy for coming along and making it such a great day out on the bike. Thanks for watching.